Yes, B412.
Mr. Speaker, sir, overpayment of pensions have accrued over the years since the implementation of the National Pension Fund in 1976. The amount of overpayment is cumulative. During the last 3 financial years, that is from July 2017 to June 2020, an amount of approximately 73.5 billion has been paid out as basic pension. The quantum of overpayment discovered during that period stands at 142.2 million. The overpaid amount of 142.2 million represents 2% of the total amount of pension paid for that period. Out of 142.2 million, an amount of 67 million was recovered. This represents around 50% of the total amount overpaid. A series of measures has been taken to address overpayment. They are the following. First, following several meetings chaired by myself with representatives of the Civil Status Office since 2015, a mechanism was put in place for my ministry to be notified of the deaths of beneficiaries on a daily basis. Second, since October 2015, following an amendment to the Civil Status Office, we also get information from the Civil Status Office on the change in status of widows on a daily basis for the Info Highway platform. Third, since October 2018, information relating to the travel movements of beneficiaries are obtained on a daily basis from the Passport and Immigration Office for the Info Highway platform. We also receive information for all beneficiaries over 60 years who have been abroad for more than 6 months. My ministry is currently working on additional measures to prevent the recurrence of overpayment. On 21st January 2020, I chaired a meeting with the representatives of the Passport and Immigration Office with a view to obtaining information regarding the travel movements of beneficiaries for the period prior to 2009. It was agreed that a web service will be created for this purpose. We are also currently working with the Passport and Immigration Office and the Info Highway team to verify travel movements of new beneficiaries prior to awarding basic pensions to them. Similarly, we are also working with the Civil Status Office and the Info Highway team to verify details of remarriage or death prior to awarding basic pensions to new beneficiaries. The collaboration of the Registrar General is also being solicited to obtain on a monthly basis information on citizens who have passed away abroad if any affidavit has been drafted in Mauritius. Further, we are also write-off overpayments which are already time-barred by 3 years under Article 2279 of the Mauritian Civil Code. My ministry is also working on an e-social security project.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, the issue of overpayment has been raised by the Director of Audit in its report in June 2017, June 2018, June 2019, and has been severely criticized. And among the issues that the measures, rather than the Honourable Minister announced, these measures were being taken rather manually. That's why in its report, the Director of Audit mentioned that mention was made for the procurement of an integrated e-social security system to address the issue of discrepancies, so that all this matching is not done manually but computerized.
Yes.
That is, when a person passes away, there is an automatic report that is generated to your ministry so that it can be updated.
Yes.
So, can I ask the Honourable Minister where matters stand in relation to this e-social security system, which was announced since 2017?
Yes, I must say that our government view overpayment very seriously. That's why, since we took office in 2014, a series of measures have been taken precisely to address the issue of overpayment. The honourable member is right because in the past we were receiving information manually. Now, I must say that all the cases we are detecting are all cases of overpayment. This has been made possible through the Info Highway platform for data sharing. So now we are sharing data, and I can say to the House that we are having fewer cases now. Now, with regard to the e-social security project, we are working on it.
Speaker, the cumulative balance is 114 million of overpayments. The Honourable Minister didn't say anything about the investigation on those overpayments. What is your ministry doing to recover this sum?
Well, I have mentioned in my reply that that an amount of 67 million has been recovered for the period you mentioned in your questions. So, well, the needful is being done to recoup the amount of overpayment.
The point I wanted to make is according to law.
Yes.
Some people had defrauded the system. There has been a fraud in the system. What your ministry is doing against these persons?
Well, I must say that my ministry normally sent letters to the beneficiaries for them to contact our ministry to return back the amount of overpayment. And we are having this issue of overpayment in our regular management meeting, and monitor closely that the amount of overpayment is being recouped by the by our ministry from the beneficiaries as much as we can.
Speaker, just to finish on this issue, has your ministry made any report to the police? This is the main point.
Yes, I have been informed that some cases has been referred to the police, but I will have to check where matters stands with regard to the cases.